about to get ready to lay it down, but drove like, I don't know, about 6.5 hours or something. But I'm tired. I got plenty of time to still drive, but I'm tired, so I'm not driving. And I'm way ahead of schedule anyway, so I'll be way early. Matter of fact, I'm hoping they say, hey, go ahead and drop it off and deliver it to a Costco and Morris. I'm hoping they allow me to drop it off in the morning. I'll just take it straight to them. But at any rate, I always wanted to speak on something. How I want to put this. I see a lot of older truckers. Not all, but enough to say a lot. Let's put it like that. Complain about new truckers and what they doing or not doing, or how they doing this and how they ain't doing that. And they get really agitated and really pissy. And for a reason. Because some of the shit that some of these truckers are out here doing is agitation, very agitating, and can make you very pissy. But I guess my thoughts on it is, say something. Say something in the right way. You can't approach everybody the same way. You can't just approach people and just start cussing them out. You can't do that. You have to instruct them. You have to let them know. But if you come immediately with an angry attitude towards somebody, they're not gonna accept it. I can tell you that right now. I know I'd be hard pressed to accept some shit like that. So I might digest it later. I might do that, but offhand, it might not go over well for neither one of us. But when I used to work one job, I used to park cars, valet attendant, and I always tell people this. Why? Because it's true. It's very true. But I used to come in, I used to do this, I used to do that, and almost every damn time, I couldn't go in one day. Without hearing this. Young blood, I wouldn't do that, young blood. Don't do that, young blood. You'll learn, young blood. You can't do that, young blood. I heard it so much. And y'all damn sure better not call me young blood either. Don't do that shit. But I heard that for over and over and over. Oh my God, I was ready to blow my brains out. Like, these old folks in this damn young blood, this and young blood, you doing that wrong, and young blood, you think you're wrong, and young blood. Like, oh my God, I'm so sick of these old timers, right? So finally, it came to a point to one day I was sitting down in the office, I remember, and I'm like, man, everything that these old cats keep saying keep coming true. So either they able to predict the damn future, or they been here and done what I've doing. So it got to one point where I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be saying or what I'm about to do or this, that, and other. That way they can't speak on it, And then it got to the point to where I said, you know what? I better just listen to these cats, because obviously they know something. Even though I felt like I could have ran circles around them, doing this, doing that, cause all the energy and whatnot. You know how it is when you're young. Well, they were just cool and laid back cats, and it turned out basically they've been there and done it. They knew what I was doing before I was doing it. If that make any sense to you, they lived it. And, it's like hearing a new song. This generation, they might hear a song done by an old school artist and they go, oh man, that new song is this, is that, is yada yada yada, it's tight. And we listen to it like, that's such and such a make that song. Yeah, that's just a fucking remake or a remix. Everything we doing, somebody else done. It's just a remix. That's the story of the life. Technology might change. Fads might change. A lot of things might change, but in essence, everything we doing, somebody have done before. It's just a remix. That's all to it, And once I come to understand that, and I come to understand, like, man, they was doing this shit that I'm doing back in the 70s. They just really was on at a different era than I was when I was doing my shit. So I say that to say this. Eventually, I sat down and listened to what the hell they said, and I heard young blood, you gonna learn. I heard young blood this, and I heard it less and less and less because I fell in suit, and I took to the elders and their wisdom. So for the old truckers out here, and I follow a few of them on YouTube, you have to put that wisdom out there. You have to teach, because if you don't teach, nobody's gonna learn, and you're just gonna get pissy and more mad and frustrated and angry, and your whole damn job and stuff gonna be just a miserable job. And I know some people say, like, man, well, these little lung shits ain't gonna listen, and they ain't gonna do this, and they ain't gonna hear that. You know what? How long did it take for you to listen? Because you can't tell me that you jumped into this game listening to everything everybody said without not one little iota of disregard, and you just went right into doing everything exactly like everybody said, and you didn't question not one iota, nothing ever, and you've been perfect at it ever since. I refuse to believe that. If you did, you're an outstanding individual. But in my experience, most people live and learn. That's just the truth of the matter. And if I've talked to truckers, and most of them told me, even my trainer, like, hey, I lived and learned this. This is what I went through. I had to go through that with my trainer, and this is how he did me. This is why I'm not doing this to you. This is why I'm teaching you this way. People live and learn. That's just what it is. So, yeah, they gonna be hard-headed. Yeah, they ain't gonna be very well receptive of what you might have to say. Yeah, they might just look at you and then walk away. But they do that to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you don't put it out there, how can they know? How can they know what not to do, and how they supposed to do this and how they supposed to do that? It's your job. It's your responsibility. Yes, it is. As sad as it may sound, it is your responsibility. It is your responsibility to pass on Curtis. Well, I wouldn't put it like that. It's your responsibility to pass on what you know, to help them to be safe in what they're doing, and at the same time not to hinder your job and your job performance. It's like if you got a kid, or you got a son, you got a daughter or whatever, and you're doing something, and your kid and daughter goes into that same profession, no matter what it is, will you let that kid just go into that job or that profession, and you won't instruct them on what to do and what not to do, and how to do this, how to carry themselves, how to act, how to behave, how to deal with this situation or that situation, or a problem that may occur or may not occur, but to be ready for it, and what to do in them type of given situations? You gonna instruct them. You instruct them. You ain't gonna let them just go out there like that. And if you are, wow, how amazing are you? But you're not gonna let them do that. You know, you have to look at all of these young truck drivers, myself included, and you have to instruct us. You have to. You have to look at us like your kids. It may sound strange, it may sound weird, but we all are kids. We're somebody else's kid. We may not be your son, we may not be your daughter, but we're somebody else's son or daughter. And what if your son or daughter is out here and you didn't know much about this profession, but you would want the next driver or the person who do to take them under their wing, to instruct them, and make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. That they not goofing off in the truck stops, that they not messing up this or hindering somebody else from being able to do their job. You would want them to take them under the wing. It's the old school. It's like the old school ways when, if you did something, this is the way I grew up. If you did something down the street, you would get your butt whooped by the neighbor down the street. And then when you got home, they've been called the house, and now I'm getting my ass whooping at the house. So it's like I got double ass whoopings. So what I learned, oh man, I ain't doing nothing down there because such and such is on me, and I ain't damn sure about to do it right here. And have times changed? Yes. But some things remain the same. And I had a teacher once tell me, you can sit up here and make excuses if you want. But now that I've told you and given you the knowledge on how to do this or how to do that, you have no more excuses. So the next time that this happens, it's all on you. You have no excuses. Your excuses is used up. You've been taught the right way to do it. So if everybody go around and just shake their head or just curse somebody out or get on a CB and just start cussing and this, that, but they don't approach that young lady or young man and say, listen, young man, young lady, young blood, please don't say that to me. Just say young man. And then commence to telling me what I did wrong. He said, you did this, such and such a wrong. You shouldn't do it. This is the reason why. I'm not trying to jump down your case. I'm just letting you know what you did wrong. It could be dangerous. It could be this. You could put somebody else's life in danger. It just ain't a very bright thing to do. Just that simple. But if you don't ever tell them that, how do they ever know? And if the only time you trying to tell them something is when you literally screaming curse words down their ear, how can you expect them to be perceptive and receive that? You can't. So for the old truckers, it's your job. Pass it on. Hey, and if you don't want to tell us directly, put it in a damn video, because other truckers are following other truckers. I follow other truckers. I do. I play the video, I put my earphones in, or I put it on Bluetooth, and I drive down the road. I can't watch TV. while I'm driving. But I could damn sure listen. It's more or less an audio book, because guess what? In this truck, you ain't going to be doing too much. When you making them videos, you ain't going to be doing too much. I know I ain't got to look at the video, because you're going to be in the same place doing the same thing. It's just like me. I'm in the same damn truck doing the same damn thing. I'm not about to be showing you nothing, because I know most of us, we just really, it's listen, it's occasionally I go home, and whenever that happens, you know, I go home and I watch the videos if I can find the time. You know, then I'm like, oh, let me see what they showing me on this. And sometimes I do that. I actually click on the video, don't watch it, but I know it's in my history. So then I go back in my history, like, yeah, let me finish watching this, because he was trying to show me something. But I say all that to say this. It is your responsibility to teach. It is your responsibility to pass on, the same way it would be ours once we done gained them years of experience. But right now, we still learning, driver. We are. You know, some of us may not be as quick as you was. Some of us may be a bit hard-headed than you were. Just saying. But look at us. We somebody's kid. We somebody's son. We somebody's daughter. Look after us like you would look after your own son or daughter. At the end of the day, we all trying to do the same thing. Bring home a paycheck. There's room out here for everybody to do just that. More than enough room, more than enough opportunity. Just think on that for a second. However you may feel. You may like us, you may not like us. Or the stuff that we doing. But you still got to speak on it. You still got to teach us. You still got to let us know. And then even if you don't want to speak on it right then and there, you should tell them, hey, you know what? Check out this YouTube page. It'll be a good guy. I think you'll benefit from watching this guy. There's so many different ways you can approach it. And sitting in this truck, you can't tell me you can't think of a positive way to approach it. I just right off the top of my head, I told you, you know, you say, hey, follow this guy. You know, he's got a page. He worked for this company. You know, he England driver, a Swift driver, Warner driver, whatever. You know, he make instructional videos, or he's an owner op. He make his own instructional videos and stuff on how to do this and that. He done been through this. He done been through that. He done these different types of programs, whether it been leased, this, that, and other. Follow this guy. You know, I think you benefit from watching this guy. You could just say that and move on, and hope that we come across the right videos that guy put out. So, again, it's just my thoughts. But I love good information. That's me. That's just where I'm at. And I appreciate the drivers that do give me that information. I can't tell you. I can't stress. Trust me, I can't stress. I can't stress it enough. Some of the drivers that help me, I mean, oh my God, I can't stress. I can't stress the help that I've received out here. You know, I mean, people didn't have to get out their truck in this freezing cold and help me back in. People didn't have to do this, move their vehicle, let me in. I mean, I didn't have people that helped me fix things on my truck in the freezing cold. I mean, they took over and fixed it on it like it's their own truck. These people are out here. I would have never believed it. You could have never told me that I would receive that much level of help that I've received. But I did. I mean, it is some fucking great people out here. Some great people. drivers that have helped me and went that extra mile, and I'm just literally amazed. I'm amazed at how calm, cool, and collective some of these guys was about it. I'm like, damn, you just got completely dirty. You just damn near busted a knuckle fixing this and that for me. You just helped me do this and that, and then don't want to take nothing. I had to stress, like, listen, man, I got to give you something. There's no way I'm going to let you walk away from here without me giving you something. Because you just went over and beyond. You know how many times I had that happen? Hell, I just had it happen last night. Last night it happened. And I'm sitting there, my mind can't grasp that this man working on my stuff or doing this or helping me like this, and it's not his own truck. They're out here. I thought I was going to run into a lot of goofiness and a lot of mean-spirited individuals, let's put it like that. And while I have ran into some of that, I ran into a lot of that, like a whole lot of that. The other side, the good people that help you, that do this, that do that, like I said, go out they way for you, far outweighs them other idiots, far outweigh them. And I have to keep telling myself, often, like, remember that person that helped you, and remember that person that did this or that for you. They out here. Not everybody out here is just mean-spirited and mad as hell. Personally, I believe a lot of them just need a good dick suck, because they just be hard fucking up out here. You know, it's like some of them, I think they literally just sit around and wait for something to happen so they can talk shit. It literally seems like that sometimes, you know. And drivers, y'all need a vacation. Y'all need to go get a damn blowjob or something. You know, I mean, you can't be like that 24/7. That's going to eat you up, man. It's going to destroy you. So, get back what I was saying. I would like to personally thank all them drivers that helped me out. I don't have all your names, but I remember what you did for me, and I'll never forget. And I really try to be ready to help other drivers when I see you in a time of need. I really try to be there to help. And I go out of my way sometimes. You know, I see a driver tinkering or doing this and then I say, hey, driver, you okay? Driver, you need something? They be like, no, I got it. I'm all right. Thanks, though. You know, but I let them know, like, hey, man, I'm here. If you need me to do something or you need some help, you know, whether just strapping up or picking this up or that, I'm willing to help you out, because I've been there. I didn't know how to strap in a guy that spent an hour with me helping me strap down a flatbed. Over an hour. Who does that? And told me every little step and why he did it and why it's safer to do this way and his history of dealing with this, that. I mean, people don't have time to do that. I mean, come on, we on clocks now. He's wasting his time. Well, he's not wasting, but you know what I'm saying. He's utilizing his time to help me out like that. Come on, man. Come on. You have to respect that. You have to honor that. And you have to pass that shit on or pay it forward, however you look at it, you know? So, again, it's your responsibility. It is. It's your responsibility as a human being, first and foremost. But look at them. look at us. We somebody's sons. We somebody's daughter. Just like your son or your daughter, they may not be in trucking. They may be in another profession that's demanding. That could be you could lose a life or whatever. You will want somebody to instruct them. You will want them to do that for your children. We all are somebody's kids out here. We all are God's kids. Whether you want to see it or not, we are. So please help us out. Please say something. Don't just cuss at us or say something then cuss at us. By the way, put it right there for us to get it. You know, I just think that's just common decency, you know, and know that we're gonna pay it forward. Know that we're gonna pay it forward. I done had a driver help me with it. Again, people, I could sit on. I could start counting fingers and toes how many times I've been helped. You know, you would probably get bored. I could damn near put it in a book, and I only been at it a little over a year. I could put it in I could fill up a fucking book of how many times I've been helped with different things. Honest to God. I'm calling my cousins and I'm like literally every few days like, hey man, this happened. What is this? Or hey driver, what am I supposed to do here? You know? Or drivers tell me like, hey, where you going? You going here? Hey, you better not go through there without getting such and such a first, man. They gonna nail you for that. I'm like, oh snap, okay. You know? I mean, hell, even something basic like shower's $12. And like one of the truckers I follow said, I think it's Caldwell. He said, you know, when you started off, that $12 is the difference between a shower or a meal. And guess which one you gonna choose? Guess which one you gonna choose? You best damn well believe you're gonna choose that meal. Cause you could sleep without a shower, but you can't sleep necessarily without a damn meal. Not with that stomach growling and you trucking across the damn United States and you barely able to sleep anyway with the truck bouncing the whole damn time. That's crucial. And I've had drivers help me with showers, man. And if you see me and you need a shower, I got diamond status. I get unlimited showers. It's not a problem. Let me know, like, hey, and I help people, and I'm glad to help people. I even helped a homeless lady one time. And I'm glad to help you. I'm glad to help you and give you a shower. It's not costing me anything. You know, other drivers, you know, company drivers, they get like one a day. They filling up daily. You know, it's not costing them nothing to help. But they time, that's it. You know, so what are we but the sum of some of our good deeds? What are we? It's like negative 20 something degrees, and I just made it in Illinois. I'm at a rest area in, I believe, like Champaign, Illinois. Truck barely want to get warm. It was like, what time is it? It's time for me to go my ass to bed. Let's put it like that. I just wanted to share that with y'all. I don't know how y'all gonna perceive it. I don't know how y'all gonna receive it. But that's It's 100. It's me being honest all day long. All day long. It's me being honest. Look out for us, driver. Look out for us. Help us out. Help us out. We don't know it all. We got our eyes wide open. We looking to learn. We looking to see where we can adjust to do this or do that. And even when we not, we should be. As always, stay tuned. Be easy.